the pivot table. This is the data that we have, but before you do any use the pivot table, there are some few things you need to check. Make sure your data has good heading, and each heading is different from each other. And make sure you check in your source data that there are no empty rows, empty cells in here. That is also very key. And each data in each column is quite unique at every point in time. You don't miss dates with names. Good. So now let's go to pivot table and how to do it. You click in the data and you need to come to your insert tab, then just click on pivot table. First, this is what you need to check. Make sure the data, the whole data is selected right. Usually it will be selected correctly by Excel. That is a range, that's fine. And also check on this point. It means the pivot table is going to be created in a new worksheet. This is always recommended, and it's also even the default. But as you go on and becomes an expert in doing this, you can just have your pivot table in your existing worksheet. That's okay. And this is something new that is added to the Excel 2013 version. It's not in the previous one, but later we will look at that. So just click on OK. Now we have that. And this is very important, making things very easy here. This is what we are going to use to do whatever thing that we will need to do here. Remember, we just want to create a simple table for presentation and also do a simple analysis. Now this part is called a filter. We will look at it. This is the column. It means all the columns that we have in our sales, having our data here, can easily be selected there. Then we have the rows that can pick rows, and we have the values. Good. And that is our pivot table. So you can just, what you need to do is we need the manager's names, so you can click and drag that I want it to be in a row, and that is wonderful. That is so easy. And from here I can easily know that we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We have 7 managers. I didn't have to go through the whole data sales and be counting how many do we have at every point in time to count and even know. All I need to do is to just use the pivot table, and that is so easy. It is amazing. Now what you are looking at here is the region. Which region did they do their sales? You can either click unclick, click. That is you check, uncheck, check, uncheck, and immediately you check. Each manager has whatever region that each manager did any form of sales will come under the manager, and that is so amazing. It will be very difficult to do it not without pivot table, but with what we have in mind, we want to have our column, our region in a column form. That is also pretty cool to make it easier. Then we can pick our sales. You can drag and leave it in the value column. Carefully watch that. Anytime you're dragging and you're keeping it here, it means here you can drop it. You get to a point where you see the green line, it means it can be dropped at other points. That is why we have a value drop in this value here, and that is so amazing. It will be very difficult for us to do this with functions, with formulas, without the pivot table. Even though it can be done, but you need a whole crazy formula to do this, to use the sum if and all the others. Now look here, we have to do a little bit of formatting to make it look better, make it look more appealing, nicer than how it looks now. So let's go forward and play around with the pivot table a little. Now we can just get to this point, click on anywhere within your pivot table and check here. We have analyze, we have pivot table tools, and these are the tools that we are going to use either to analyze or the design. So we have come to the design tab, get here to your reports layout. and come down to show in tabular form. Here we have it in a tabular form, and this is much more presentable, much more nicer than the previous one, the default one. However, we can also do a little bit of formatting with the numbers. How do we want it? These are sales values, so we may want to see it written in maybe the accounting format or the currency format. That would be helpful. So all we need to do is not going through the traditional way of formatting cells. We come here and we go to number format. If either we are using the number, we are using currency, we are using the accounting, whichever one, that will be okay for us. We can just go ahead and use it. We may choose this. If we want the decimal places, we can leave it there. If you don't want it, you can take it. Number of decimals you want is our choice, so we can do this, and that is fine. I think we are okay with this. However, if we still don't need the zeros, we can still get to number format and reduce the number of decimal places we have. Then we are good to go. So with some few clicks on the pivot table, you can easily tell the sales that was done by Kamara in Ashanti region, the sales that was done by Kamara in the northern region, the sales, so forth and so on. So, and at a glance, you can easily look at that and know that Kamara had a total sales in all regions with its value. However, in Ashanti region, he did that. In the same way, you can tell Inshaba also did well by having this 18 yen, and also, but in Ashanti region, he was able to do that and that and that and that. And this is so cool. That is a simple way to do your data analysis and making it more easier as compared to using functions using formulas. You can imagine the kind of formula you need to be put in here in each cell and how difficult it's going to be. So we thank you for this training. Just follow the link below or click on our emails or WhatsApp us. See you in our next class. Thank you.